Greetings and salutations. What's going on? You know who it is, and you know what time it is too. So, Wednesday is Karmic Day for LLE.Ascension. Yeah, let me just get with it. So, while I get the spread out, just want to acknowledge a few things. Thing number one, this whole twin flame shit. Been saying this since day one. I'm saying a lot of shit since day one. And day one was like 3 years ago. So I hope y'all been paying attention. Okay. Rule number one, this twin flame shit is optional. You know, you don't have to put yourself through the ringer that is this. This ain't bad. You know. Being in a twin flame situation and trying to make this shit work, it's the equivalent of you trying to, I don't know, start a company and become successful. The equivalent of you fucking putting out an album and trying to get the world to feel you. It's like shooting a pilot of a fucking TV show and hoping somebody pick it up. Union, reunion, and recognition, that's a successful business. That's somebody picking up your show. That's your album going platinum. But guess what? Just like the 5 of Wands in my deck here at LLE.Ascension, there's life after union, reunion, and recognition. It's life after that hit record. It's life after that movie that you make. It's life after you starting that first business. Shit, you should start another one. You know? Hold on. Hello. Yeah, I thought so. It's weird the area codes and like numbers that these like automators call me from. Like I'm from Bloomington Normal and shit. That's my hometown. My mother's side of the family from and shit. And that's like a 309 area code. Don't nobody call me from the 309. And it's just weird that I get automated calls from 309. Like my hometown. I ain't lived there since shit. That's when I was in Bloomington was like 6th grade. Sixth grade. Last time I made a residence in Bloomington Normal, but these motherfuckers is calling me from 309 numbers. There's a lot of goofy shit going on. Like depression. You notice it's a lot of talk about depression, a lot of posts about depression. Depression. That shit is like, you know what I'm saying? These days prior to Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? Whether that's Facebook, Instagram, it's a lot of depression posts. That's just part of the system. Like, the longer you be on your divine journey, like I say, the easier it is for you to spot bullshit that's going on in the world, that's going on like around people, what everybody else is getting off on. Like, it's clear as day. It's like what Cypher was telling Neo when he was giving Neo some of that oil engine liquor that they was getting fucked up off on. He was like, Neo's like, is that always what you see? You know, the green little things coming down the screen? He was like, yeah, but I mean, I look at it and I don't even see the green things. I see blonde, brunette. And I mean, this, you know what I mean? Like, you'll be able to see what that is. You know, all life is just a series of fucking matrix green things coming down the screen that look like babble, that looks like a code to people from the outside. But the only way you can really read the green code is if you're from Zion, right? What's Zion? That's the 4 of Wands. That's twin flame union, reunion, and recognition. So to the people that, like I say, writing this twin flame shit off, because in my personal opinion, you ain't got the balls to go through it. You know? I mean, it's easier said than done. This shit ain't easy. Just like anything, like I say, forming a business, promoting yourself, marketing yourself, putting out an album or art or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, just like anything, you're gonna have to try. You're gonna have to put some work in. Ain't nothing given to you in life. It ain't shit free. It's not like that in life. I don't see how it would be like that here. So final thing I want to say while I get cracking. If you need a reading from me, holla at me. Like I said, I'm doing deals. I was gonna do them all month, but I know I'm gonna have to cut off some time so I can get set up for my events happening at the end of the month. So I'm gonna extend $35 readings and $50 life coaching, which is a fucking deal. You get 3 readings in one for 50. Check me out. I'm gonna close that door next Sunday. Well, what's today? Wednesday? Sunday? Shut the door Sunday. So book while you can. I'm gonna just do divine masculine's karmic situation first, and then I'm gonna do divine feminine situation after that. So, masculine. First card of your reading is the Three of Pentacles. This is a bridge. What a Three of Pentacles is. What's a pentacle? It's a person, place, or a thing. Told you, bridge building is the essential part of any human being's existence. Can't do shit by yourself. Despite how isolated your life is. I live a very lonely, isolated life. You know what I mean? But I still gotta holler at other pentacles just to get pentacles. Whether that's, you know what I mean, me catching a ride to work, you know what I mean? Whether that's like me, you know, just going an extra mile for shit I gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Like, you gotta impress people so you can get a good rapport with people, like at your job, like at a job interview. Like I said, you're trying to get signed into a label, you're trying to audition for a part, you're meeting with the fucking director or something like that. Like, you always gonna have to like put your best foot forward in situations. It's like you gotta work. You don't fucking feel like going to work, but you gotta go to work because, I mean, it's just another link in the chain. This job is. You gotta go to work so you can keep a roof over your head. Because like I said, it ain't like motherfuckers is paying your bills. If they is, must be nice. If you really ain't working for shit and you're just giving shit, must be nice. But like I said, eventually that benefactor is gonna not be around no more. Eventually you're gonna have to pick your own weight up. You know what I'm saying? And all building bridges shows you is how to pick up your own weight. Before you do anything with anybody else, they better have something to bring to the table. Before you do anything with anybody else, you better have something to bring to the table. Something to bring to the table is the Two of Pentacles process. Ace of Pentacles, person, place, or thing, something you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. That's yourself. So when you're bringing yourself to the table, that's just a pentacle. Now you're going to have to bring yourself and something else to the table. Like yourself and your pentacles, your money, an investment, yourself and a talent, yourself in a position. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta have some type of skill set to get the job, for them to hire you for the job that they're looking for. It's whatever you bring it to the table is what the fuck they gotta go off of. Can't just show up to any situation with yourself unless it's a situation where they just want you. You know, where they just want a pinnacle. They really ain't looking for nothing from you. But like I said, ain't nothing free in the world, and it's always something. So it's good for you to figure out what that something is before you find out what that something is too late. Three of Pentacles. It's just the next step. You're here. You're going to have to get here. Getting from A to point C. Point B is whatever you got to do to get to point C. But you can't get from point A to point C by your motherfucking self. It's a person at point C that's either A, going to help you get from point A to point C, or they're not going to help you get from point A to point C, but still be point C's gatekeeper. Because like I said, you know, it ain't... Clarifying the three of Pentacles, we got the Seven of Swords. And that's secrets. Or Decepticon. Or darkness coming to the light. Somebody keep it 100 with you. You keep it 100 with somebody else. Or you just keep it 100 with your motherfucking self. I just take it as keeping it 100 with yourself. When it comes to bridge building. When it comes to building with people. Truth is, not everybody you do business with, or you building bridges with, or you got some type of connection with, are there for your best favor. It's some people who really want their foot on your neck, who really want to make it hard for you to come up. That happens. That's the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like Gladiator. You know what I'm saying? When Maximus was fighting the punk-ass king and shit, and the motherfucker stabbed Maximus in his side before he fought Maximus in front of everybody. Just to make it seem like, you know, he's that powerful when in reality he not. If anything, he's just making it harder for Maximus to get from point A to point C. But like I said, life ain't easy. It ain't fair either. I'm not speaking from a defeatist attitude. I'm not speaking from like a person who has no hope for the future or has no hope in mankind. But like I said, it goes with the whole build, bridging process. You can't trust no fucking body until you can trust them. Just like you can't help nobody until you're in a position to help them. Just like you can't become the teacher until you master being a student first. You know, it's just certain truths that are just evident in life. Most of these truths are truths your masculine tell you about. Going back to my masculine, I always do every fucking reading and shit. My masculine been put me on life. My twin told me what the fuck life is gonna be 5 years ago. Been knowing about 8 years. About, you know, since 2012. You know what I'm saying? Since 2012, my masculine been putting me on game. Telling me, yo, the way you go about building with people, the way you go about handling your business, the way you go about doing shit, son. That's what he calls me, son. The way you go about doing shit is like, nigga, it's incorrect. You ain't really living the truth of life. He told me a long time ago you can't trust people, not even family. He told me a long time that ain't shit free. It's always a catch. You know what I mean? You're going to have to watch those who's watching you. It's like one time I was at a gas station and seen this young lady outside who, you know what I'm saying, said she needs some help and shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, I was like, I see what I got when I come out the store. You know what I mean? And I came out the store and my twin was just sitting in the car looking at me and shit. We was at a gas station or something like that. And the nigga was just smiling. And he saw me talking to the chick. He was just shaking his head. Pulled some money out of my pocket and gave her some to help her out. This bitch took the money and gave it to this nigga that popped out the garbage. Like, not inside the garbage can like Oscar the Grouch and shit, but the nigga was around the garbage can area. The nigga just came from out the garbage. She gave him his money. And I'm sitting there like, and I look at my twin. He's like, I get back to the car. He like, you notice why I ain't give her money, right? Like, nigga, you ain't gonna make it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, masculines, I told you, they master the wands. They're the king of wands. So they master the wands in the pinnacle process. No. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Heads, that's swords. Cups, that's shoulders. Knees, that's wands. Toes is pinnacles. Who dominates the mind and the heart realm? The feminine do. But, you know, by us, like, dominating the heart and mind realm, we really don't take into consideration really what we need to be doing and really how we need to be manifesting. Since the masculine is the king of pentacles, king of manifestation, well, not the king of pentacles, the king of wands, you know, king of doing shit, and, you know, the king of pentacles too, which can show up as a karmic masculine in my deck. That's why your divine masculine acts karmic. You know what I mean? That's why you act karmic sometimes and shit like that, because, you know, who's the queen of pentacles? The divine feminine and shit. So, if you're fucking with a karmic masculine feminine, then you're going to develop a queen of pentacle type energy being with the king of pentacles. You know what I'm saying? So, saying all this shit to say this. When it comes to bridge building, how you should deal with people, you should really take advice from your masculine. Because he probably been telling you to stay away from certain people. He probably been telling you your method ain't torquing. He probably been telling you shit that you've been probably taking as like hating or negative shit. That's how I used to take my twin. I used to say it all the time. Nigga, you negative. It's like, why you gotta be so negative? Why you gotta doubt your boy? And then, like I say, over years' time, looking at my actions and behavior and shit, I really should have listened to that man. Because that nigga really knew what he was talking about. Because who pentacling more than any motherfuckers around here is the masculine. So when it comes to pinnacle, your masculine definitely know what he's talking about. But it's just the cats come out the bag. Since this is the divine masculine energy and this is the overall energy, which is fairly important, I'm going to just take it as this. Even though your masculine went through a lot of stuff or goes through a lot of things, he continues to go through a lot of things. Your masculine ain't really reached the level of shock value yet. It's like every week he's learning something new or getting more disappointed or getting shocked or more disgusted at shit. That's how I've been getting at the world, like every year. Every year it's just more weirder shit that just makes me want to write the world off. You know? It's like I'm just dumbfounded by how dumb people are getting or how evil shit is getting nowadays or just how out of line and unorderly and non-righteous shit is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So It's little glitches in the matrix that divines all see. But as a divine masculine, to catch these glitches, it's really like a cat coming out the bag. It's really like integral secrets that he's starting to understand now about himself, about the world, even about you. Bottom line, it's more important. We got the step after the Three of Pentacles, which is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tight to some shit or being scared to let something go. Once again, once you get from this to this, you don't want to get stagnant once you get to the other side. It's like you want to be a nurse. And it's like you go through school and you become a nurse, but it's like you end up staying at the same place you got your first nursing job at, and you ain't really grooved since then. I mean, you making money. It's a good situation, but just like any good situation, you're going to want to have to evolve from where you at. More the same is not enough. I mean, you can have a nice job getting paid, I don't know, $200,000 a year. But, you know, once you do that for 20 straight years, you know what I mean? I mean, did you start your own company? It ain't like you really working for yourself. You working for somebody else. Eventually, even with all that money, you're going to have to get your own money. Start your own company. Build your own ancestral wealth, generational wealth, and shit like that. Because like I said, we can't do shit by ourselves. So even though somebody is here paying you and setting up a good situation from you, eventually, what you're learning with the whole Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles masculine, you're going to have to be here putting on game. You're going to have to be the person who is helping you out. Like, you're going to have to be the teacher. You're going to have to be your mentor. You're going to have to be your predecessor. You know what I mean? It's like you start off as a little girl or a little boy, but you want to grow to be like the matriarch or the patriarch of the family. You know, it's levels to shit. But you ain't never going to level up staying at the same level. Even if you've mastered every level, it's still more levels to go. What is the universe? Infinite. What is God? Infinite. What are divines? Infinite. It means there is no ceiling. There's no limit. It's how far we can go, how far we can better ourselves, how far we can take our psyche, our spirituality, our human strength, our physical strength, our spiritual strength. Like, we can always evolve into a higher being. It's like being a Super Saiyan until you... It's like, I'm sure how people do when they see Dragon Ball Z. It's like, goddamn, how many Super Saiyans is there? Because it seems like, you know, it's a lot going on. Like, oh, I see some Super Saiyan. This motherfucker's like, it's like he's Super Saiyan like 4 times. It's like, damn, I didn't even know you can like level up 5 times in Dragon Ball Z. But from whichever character can do it, if you push yourself good enough, you can do it. So, masculine, you're learning all about limitations and how limitation can stunt your growth, how limitation can keep you where you at, how limitation cannot evolve you, how limitation can keep you limited. Clarifying this Four of Pentacles, we got the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups, what's that? That's happiness or emotional contentment. Gotta pick another card. It's another red card. It's a warning. Ten of Swords. So, Four of Pentacles. That's holding on too tight to some shit or being scared to let something go. Whatever this pentacle is something that makes you happy. But what is happiness? It's just a feeling. It's a cup. It's a cup. It's a feeling or emotion. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. What are swords? Thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology, the direction you're going, mental direction you're going. So as far as your mental direction, mentally, you're going to end up at a Ten of Swords. That's a permanent ending or a death. It could be you quitting a job firing you. It says you lose your benefits, you lose your car, you lose your house, you lose something. You know, whatever you losing is pinnacle based. It's like you holding on, Four Pentacles, you holding on to a job that makes you happy, or you holding on to some benefits that make you happy, or you holding on to some persons, places, and things that makes you happy, but you're not going anywhere. Like, you're happy, but you in the same spot you've been in. You know what I mean? There's no type of growth. There's no type of development or evolution here. Something has to end. Why? So you can grow, so you can develop, so you can evolve. I mean, at least in my life, it usually takes the end of shit for me to begin shit. Because before you can begin anything, you got to end shit. And endings have to happen for new beginnings to happen. Like, every time I was in a Four of Pentacles, a comfort zone, or in a situation where I got comfortable with it, you know, I knew it was going to be changed on the horizon anyway. It's just the way my life's set up, shit always changes. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly. It can be a good situation, but that shit always switch up. Not speaking into existence, I'm just speaking from experience. Like, when I get in comfort zones, like when shit starts clicking on a regular, that's when I'll be like, man, everything working out. This would be a good time for a Ten of Swords to happen, and it always happens. I end up losing some shit. And then by me losing something, I end up losing other shit. Because it's almost like this Four of Pentacles here. Everything was lined up off this job. Or everything was lined up off this business. Or everything was lined up off this person, place, or thing. It's like, your life is like, I don't know, kind of locked in place based off of Pentacle. So when this Pentacle, Ten of Swords, you know, is over with, what you think gonna happen to this Ten of Cups? This so-called happiness. You saying whatever this is make you happy, but what happens when this thing is gone? Are you still gonna be happy? Are your feelings are gonna change? Are your emotions gonna change? Can you still sit here and say that this Four of Pentacles was worth Four of Pentacling? Holding on too tight too? But what's the step after the Four of Pentacles anyway? The Five of Pentacles. What's the Five of Pentacles? That's the dark night of the soul. That's you going without whatever the hell this was. Coming to the situation in your karma, masculine, you got the Knight of Cups. This is the step after the Ten of Cups. You know, it's a step after happiness. It's a step after emotional contentment. It's passion. See, if you was really happy about this Four of Pentacles situation, then when this Four of Pentacles situation ended, hopefully, so you say, still got the passion to bounce back, to keep it moving, to find another situation that was good, just like this situation that felt good to you before. More smoke on this Knight of Cups, which is like raw passion or emotion. It's the Romeo card in my deck. It's just you being ecstatic about something. You loving the fuck out of something. Or you just getting into some shit. It's like a kid finding his first favorite sport or first favorite class or first favorite superhero character. It's like, well, my son's fucking with Batman right now, and it's like he's got a whole room full of Batman shit until he gets too old for Batman, Ten of Swords, because everything ends. And it's like he was happy with the Batman shit, and you saw how happy he was in his Batman costumes and his Batman bedspread and shit like that. But now this nigga fucking with like Ben 10. So he wants a Ben 10 room. He wants Ben 10 clothes and shit. You know what I mean? Because Ben 10 makes him happy type shit. Like, you know what I mean? As long as that passion is still there after the fallout of anything you cared for or needed in your life, then that's a sign of maturity that you're ready to go to the next step. If you lost this thing and that passion was gone because this thing ain't here no more, then you will have to probably take another lesson in your cups process. As far as yourself coming to the situation, masculine, you got the Queen of Cups, the step after the Knight of Cups. So it looks like you're progressing emotionally, which is good for a masculine, given the fact that the cups, hearts, you know, heart-mind department is ruled by the divine feminine. Thus, you're stepping into your feminine side with all these cups here. That's progressively growing and shit. So you went from a Ten of Cups, which is happiness about something. That ended. But the passion you had about whatever that was that ended and was making you happy is still there. And by this cup, which is a feeling or emotion, all feelings and emotions are just indicators of where you're going mentally. All this emotion did is just put you in the Queen of Cups arena directly. So you come into the situation directly, you got the Queen of Cups, which is a psychic card. What's a psychic? Trusting your own intuition. You're trusting your own intuition on this one. That's why you're still happy. That's why you're still passionate about life. It ain't like life is over because this thing is over. It's like most people in their twin flame relationships. Like I said, you got two types of people. You got people who, like myself, are just generally passionate and just geeked year wide. You know what I mean? About themselves, about their twin flame demos, about their twin flames. You know what I mean? Like whether my twin is with me or not, I'm still gonna be ecstatic about this shit. Cause like I say, I just got passion when it comes to just being a twin flame guru. When it comes to just being a psychic that's preaching and kicking purpose and God and divine love. Like I'm passionate about this. And since I'm so passionate about this shit, I'm tapping into my power because of it. I've generated and gained most of my power being in this twin flame J for journey. Like, it's all heart-based. This is the X-Men card too. Every divine has a power. So masculine, you really finding your power. You're really starting to see that what drives you is inside. It ain't your pinnacles that drive you. It ain't your car that drives you. It ain't these other pinnacles. Chicks, bread, status. You know what I mean? It's not a pinnacle that's driving you. It's what's inside that's driving you. Which drives the feminine. That's why your feminine takes off like a goddamn rocket and be all over the fucking place because she's got tackling fuel inside of her. You know what I mean? You usually just like a bottle rocket. You just burn out until you bust. And that passion is gone. That thrill is gone. But by you keeping love in your heart, by you keeping passion in your heart, by you keeping that passion going, that spark, even through whatever's not here anymore, you start to see where your real power lies. And that's within. As far as your karma, as far as the feminine is concerned, you got the Knight of Swords. Once again, you in knights, queens, kings, and things when it comes to the cups. That's divine cycles, or knights, queens, kings, and things. Aces to 10 are karmic cycles. Told you, with your heart and mind, you in the divine realms. So you in energy you need to be in, but karma, you know, fear. The fear, you know what I mean, that affected you mentally when it comes to your feminine, you're going to get some karma because of that. What's fear? It's the opposite of love. Love, I mean, the opposite of hate ain't love. I mean, the opposite of love, excuse me, ain't hate. It's fear. What's fear? That's being mentally discombobulated. Of what? A 10 of Swords, which happened here at the bottom line. This is the end of something. You know what I mean? It's like fear. When it comes to the feminine energy, you made a few decisions without crossing your T's and dotting your I's. That's what the Knight of Swords is too. This could also be like indecisiveness. Just don't know which direction to go. You know what I mean? Usually when you're scared is when you're unprepared. So, given the feminine energy karmically, you're just a little unprepared about what's to come. It's like you had plans to kind of wow your feminine or friend or love interest or business partner or whoever you try to bump elbows with. It's a particular feminine though. It's like you had high hopes to do some shit with a particular feminine, but something came to an end. It's like you lost your job or you lost some bread or you lost something to where you feel like not having whatever this pinnacle was you don't have anymore. It's going to be a bad look on you. It's going to make you less than a man, less than a woman, less than a person, less than whatever the fuck you thought you was when you had something going on. More smoke. Got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is third parties, distractions, or the people who evolve around you like moons do a planet. Two of Cups, that's the Lover's card. That's you and somebody, you know, getting to know each other. You and somebody that's very close. You and a lover. You and a twin. You and a family member. You and a best friend. You and a business partner. What you're starting to understand is, despite what you and this person got going on, this person got other shit going on. Not other relationships, not other business relationships, not other families outside your family. It's just like I said, this is you, this is the person you love, this is their life. Their life ain't in the way of your life. You're supposed to respect their life and them. This is their family. You're supposed to love them and their family. This is their tradition, their beliefs, their culture, their system of being, the very way of being, the very essence of themselves. Whatever this is, can't let nothing get in the way of the love you got for somebody, but you're going to have to always acknowledge that there will always be something in the way of whoever you're tied to. Your friend has friends. You know what I mean? It's like you best friends and like your best friend get married and now y'all don't kick it no more. Because he's got a family. He's got a wife. So, and it's like chain of command too. So he's going to have to hold on to his Two of Cups situation. Like his Two of Cups situation he got with his wife. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit more important than what y'all got. You know what I mean? The wife respects you, but you're his friend. She's his wife. You get it? It's like you can't let outside situations, Three of Cups, affect your situation. You can't let your friends' friends affect your friendship. You can't let your wife's family, wife's mother, wife's brother, whatever the fuck, affect what y'all got going on. If that's what y'all want. So directly, in regards to the feminine energy, masculine, you got the Eight of Pentacles. That's a life. What's a life? Shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, comfortable bed to sleep on, a job, car, house, apartment, whatever the fuck. Kids, relationship, your twin flame demo, having God in your life. You know what I mean? God can be in your life. Having a talent, having a skill set, having a channel, a business, a company. It's your life. And what you're going to have to understand once you have a life, because the average person ain't got a life, they'll rather live vicariously through you and your life than build their own. They'll rather be a part of someone's life than create their own. You know what I mean? So if you got a life, protect it and be looking out for third parties, people who are just, like I said, in your life and you don't even recognize it. Like a person that, it's like you blow up, you a celebrity, and your friend stays with you a lot. You thinking because like they just want to be around you and you know they genuinely fuck with you like that because they started from the bottom with you, but in reality they live in your life. They reaping your benefits, they driving your car, they spending your money, they eating your good food, they getting your leftover pussy and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, you know. It's like a life, man. You're gonna have to appreciate your life, but you're gonna also have to appreciate the life of your lover, the life of your friend. Not saying if you married, your wife got a whole nother life outside what y'all got. Marriage is different. Seeing a question on Facebook and shit. It was like, you know, why do people get married if marriage ends in 60% divorce? I'm like chiming in and shit. Like, the world fucked up marriage. Marriage wasn't fucked up like it was when it first came around. Marriage was kind of pure. I mean, to the divines who were getting married. We're not talking about like the capitalists or these motherfuckers just marrying to buy off their children or come up on land or livestock and shit, trading their children off for shit. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about like the union of marriage. The union of marriage was done under God. What I said was the reason why 60% of marriages end in divorce is because 60% of these motherfuckers don't even really realize that they had a marriage under God. You made a vow to God to have, to hold, to be with this person. From sickness and health to death do y'all part. Given all these goddamn divorces, that marriage was a joke or a sham. Or something to get you a citizenship. Or something just to get you some kids. Or something just to get you the family you always wanted. At this biological time you wanted it. Maybe it was just a good look. Maybe it was the status that came from marrying this person or whatever the fuck. Like, in my personal opinion, the average married couple ain't really married. They got like their own demo. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like marriage is a sham or fucked up. It's the people in these marriages are a sham or fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's like God. You know, there's no fear of God anymore. God ain't real to the average person. The devil more realer than them. The world more realer than God. to the average folk. But that don't mean God don't exist. Marriage is some real ass shit, but you got a lot of people who believe it's a sham, given statistics and demographics and shit. So saying all this shit to say this: if you got a life, you gotta respect somebody else's life and the choices they want to make or where they want to be at. It's like you proposed to the love of your life. She declined. She's like, you know what? I don't think you're ready. I love you to death, but I think you're just doing this because of whatever. That might not be the case, but until we see, let's just hold on. It ain't like she said no and walked away the rest of your life. She's just trying to make sure you know what you're trying to do. Because maybe she's getting some shit, like you're proposing, you're saying shit. Communication is 80% nonverbal. So, you know, it ain't just what you say, it's what you're doing. So when it comes to your life masculine, you're just starting to see exactly what a life consists of. Your own life filled with people with their own lives. Your friends who have friends. Your family who has family. Your business partner who has business partners. You know what I mean? You can't covet nobody. It's like you sign somebody to your label and you put a clause in there where they can't free from their contract. Or if they want to free from their contract, you got to get paid 50% or some shit like that. Like you can't put stipulations on people in your life. Because you won't want nobody to put these stipulations on you in their life. So it's just equality. Life equality, so to speak. You're learning about masculine. And since this deals with the feminine energy, one thing that's becoming very clear is your life and where your divine feminine, where's her place in your life? Maybe you with a karmic feminine. It's like, okay, what's her place in your life? Maybe vice versa. What's your place in your divine feminine's life at this point? You don't know. What's your place in your karmic feminine's life right now? You kind of don't know. Final smoke. Got the 10 of Pentacles. This is in regards to the feminine directly. See this life? It's all over the place. You're going to have to line your life up. 4 Pentacles, 4 Pentacles. That's 8 of Pentacles. You're going to have to line your life up. Number one, by yourself. You personally are the one lining your life up. It ain't like you brought somebody in your life to line your life up for you. That's not how it works. You line your own life up. This is your harvest. You till your own harvest. Why are you tilling harvests here? You see how this was no space here with the aces, with the pentacles being the way they were? Lined up, you can make room for another pentacle or another person, place, or a thing you want in your life. But before you can tend a pentacle, have whoever this is to enter your life, 9 of Pentacles, you need to make room for them in your life. But before you make room for somebody in your life, you need a life. But before you even 8 of Pentacles get to the whole life thing, you need to master the 3 of Pentacles. This is who you let in your life, who you allow in your life, the pentacles in which your life consists of. If you just got 3 pentacles, you really ain't got a life. I told you, what's a life? Shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, comfortable bed to sleep on, a job, shit, a crib, relationships. Like, a life consists about 8 pentacles or more. What's the 7 of Pentacles? That's the Riri card. That's doing whatever you got to do to R-E-R-E to get your life back. 8 of Pentacles, R-E-R-E. That's relocate, remove people, rearrange some shit, reevaluate what life is or what your life was. Things of that sort. So, I think my peeps coming up in here. So, moving on to your energy masculine, you in regards to yourself karmically, you got the 9 of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. It's feeling overburdened from doing a lot of actions. You feel like you've done enough or you're doing too much as it is when it comes to like figuring out this whole what is life process. Trying to figure out how you want to include people in your life. Probably people who ain't around to include anymore. Because like I say, it ain't, you can build You like I say, this is your life. You can create and till your garden and like rearrange things to have a person into your life. But like I said, this person has a life, Eight of Pentacles, just like you got a life. Okay? So it ain't like this person is coming in your world with no life, or this person is coming in your world with no family, or with no friends, or with no dreams and aspirations and shit. Like, everything got to click in the manner that it needs to click. And you just feel like you've done so much to try to make shit fit in your life, or make shit click in your life, or you've done a lot to have the life that you have, to not get it tore down, or, you know what I mean, for anything to happen to it, thus putting yourself back in the Four of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Just being just very dependent on what the fuck's going on in your life, Pentacle-wise. Like, you just feel like you've put a lot of work in, or a lot of actions in, preparing for a person. So if this person really ain't got time to fit in your life, or time for you, you're going to take that in a crazy ass way. You're going to feel some type of way about that shit. Put more smoke on this Nine of Wands. Why do you even feel overburdened or overworked? Because of the step after it, which is Ten of Wands, thus completing your karmic cycle. When it comes to Wands, who's the King of Wands? That's you. Ten of Wands, that's a temporary ending. Or that's it's an end. It's like you've been feeling bogged down, overworked, overburdened. It's like you get to the end of feeling this. Due to probably a wand, Nine of Wands plus a wand, Ace of Wands, that's a Ten of Wands. What's the Ace of Wands? That's awareness. You feel like you hurting. You feel like you taxed. You feel like you spent. You're just tired. You know what I mean? But you get the awareness, Ace of Wands, that whatever you're tired of is over. Whatever you've been working on, you ain't got to work on it no more. Like I said, as long as you put the work in, let go and let God. That's really what the Four of Pentacles, bottom line, is all about too. Just letting go. That saying, if you love somebody, you let them go. It ain't like you break up with the person that you love the most. Nah, you just free yourself from them. Don't attach yourself to them just in case they go another direction, just in case they find another lover or another love or something else. Sometimes you might be ready, but they not. You know what I mean? Sometimes they might be ready, but you not. Things is gonna have to click in place. So karmically, you're starting to see how you've done everything you can do at this point. But as long as you're pleased with what you've done, that's all that matters. As long as you let go and let God, that's all that matters. If you feel like you've done all these actions and it still ain't enough, and you feel like calling it quits, and you feel like giving it up as far as the Ten of Wands is concerned, just calling a timeout and just leave your shit alone, that's not the right mindset for it. So that's why it's in your karma. You need to let go and be at least satisfied with the work that you put in, because it ain't like you ain't do no work. You've done a lot. Appreciate a baby step. You directly into your own energy right now, masculine. You got the Ace of Pentacles. What's the Ace of Pentacles? That's a big ass manifestation. It's a huge pentacle. It's something important, or being in attendance of something. So this could be in the form of, like I said, an announcement. You propose. This is like a ring that you have to propose with. This is like that new home, that new job, that new whatever it is. Like, you went through a Ten of Swords. You had a pentacle situation that ended permanently. You know what I mean? That shit is a wrap and went bye-bye. Whatever that thing was that ended, you was happy about it, but it ain't like you lost your joy or your happiness because it was over with. In fact, you kept that passion going, found even more power in yourself to where, like I said, you've put enough work in, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands, to where you've got a big-ass pentacle here. A pentacle, I told you. Going back to this Eight of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles business. You had a life. You was lining your life up. This is your life. You was lining your life up to fit a pentacle in here. Here's that pentacle. Let's put some more smoke on that pentacle. You got the King of Cups. So you just went from the Ten of Cups to the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. You know what I mean? Finalizing that last cup step. What are cups? Feelings and emotions. What are feelings and emotions? Just indicators on where you're going mentally. King of Cups is also the 1950s, 1960s dad. Tough love card. And what's tough love? It's just not giving a fuck about shit besides the K for kingdom. Whatever the kingdom is to you. See, the kingdom is righteous shit. Kingdom to me is God, you know, the Son of God, the Spirit, God's people, path, purpose, divinity, twin flame shit, and goodness. Helping people, that shit of the kingdom to me. Like, it's my purpose to help folks. Kingdom, that's God's kingdom. Like, I feel like it's just my job to speak about the goodness of God. You know what I mean? To speak about how good God is, how God blesses, how God can make you a powerful person, how you don't need to go anywhere outside of God to get whatever you want. Any pinnacle you want to A for attain, A for acquire. You know what I mean? As long as you know you can get this pinnacle through the kingdom, meaning you're getting it through God, because whatever you want better be pleasing to God. You can't want something that won't be appeasing to God. You ain't gonna have it, or at least God ain't gonna give it to you. You know what I mean? That's why people who do evil in this world, people who do like the fucking worst dirt, and you feel like they ain't got convicted or there ain't no justice because these motherfuckers still running around the streets, whatever. It's like they're getting pinnacles too. You know, anytime you see like some super duper duty and justice going on, and it feel like motherfuckers ain't gonna get no justice about it, you can't forget that God gets the last laugh. God gets the final straw. Like he's the final say so. But you do gotta understand like the type of world that we living in. You got people who protect evil people. Like this whole ring of pedophiles, elite pedophile ring and shit. Elite is the key word. Shit, what happened with Trump and shit, man? Like, you got motherfuckers that did some real foul, fucked up shit who are protected. You know what I mean? They're like a nigga up for like a little bit of weed, but they'll let go of the elite pedophile ringleader due to COVID, due to lobbyists, due to their agendas. God takes care of his own people. But like I say, 28% of the world is God's people. That's how many divines it is. It's 70% karmics. And these karmics got a master too. Then you got the 1-2%ers, in my personal opinion, who just behind the scenes running all this shit. Because they make the same as the rest of the world. It's the reason why these elite motherfuckers are getting protected. It's the reason why like people who do dirt seem like they living their best life, and it seems like the people who do their all, who strives for perfection, gets fucked the most. It's like the weak shall inherit the earth. That's a fact. First shall be last, and last shall be first. You know, they got to do their dirt. Like you get judged for everything. So these people that's doing dirt, you know what I mean, that you feel ain't getting they just earn, or you feel like, you know, should be dead right now, but they walk in the streets. It's like George Zimmerman. Yeah, that nigga, he definitely, you know what I mean, deserves like, I don't know, what he gave Trayvon Martin. But like I say, I'm not God. You're not God. So it ain't our place to judge this nigga. I mean, we could judge him as human beings, but as far as our place killing this nigga, the way he killed Trayvon Martin, it's not our call to take another man's life. God, that's God's job. He took another motherfucking life. You get, like, it's accountability to that. Nigga ain't dead yet. You know what I mean? But he will be gone eventually. You know what I mean? And what he did won't be forgotten by the man upstairs. These elite ringleader motherfuckers, they living life while they can. Once the end happens, like I said, they're going to meet their fate. Which is non-existing. Hell don't exist. You know, you die and you don't, you know, fulfill what you're supposed to do. If you don't do what God told you to do, or you ain't here to fulfill your purpose, or you just choosing to live your own life by your own rule, doing your own shit, doing your own thing, like I say, you don't go to hell. You know what I mean? Go to another motherfucking realm where the devil, you know, or Satan or Lucifer, whoever they say sits on that throne. I know it's only one, but Satan, Lucifer, and the devil are three different people from three different places with three different agendas. So, I mean, in fact, there should be three thrones, right? In hell, if it did exist. But why would God create those three thrones? Nah, the fate of Satan, Lucifer, and the devil, they're going to not exist. Just like any other fucking mortal that ain't on their job. That's what happens. That's hell. You non-exist. Can't calculate when somebody gonna get theirs. You just make sure you get yours. They're gonna get theirs eventually. Saying all this shit to say this. The lesson you learn with yourself, masculine, if you want something, get it. Just make sure it's the right thing you want. You can't ask God for some shit that ain't pleasing to him. It's not how it works. If it's pleasing to God, he'll be pleased enough to give it to you. But you're gonna have to come to God in order for him to come to you. All God wants you to do is what he put you on earth for. Once you do that, watch how God start acting in your life. Final smoke. It's a red card, it's a warning. It's a red card, it's a warning. Whatever this thing you want so bad, masculine, you know what I'm saying, that you kind of willing to do anything to A for attain, be careful. Make sure you don't take your own word for that. King of Pentacles is the last card, clarifying. 3 red cards is a warning. What's the King of Pentacles? That's manifesting any pinnacle. A, for any pinnacle you please. It's a master manifester, a wizard, a magician. It's like a warlock. I ain't gonna say like Jesus because I don't even want to call Jesus a karmic. And whatever the fuck Jesus was manifesting out here, it wasn't for himself. Jesus ain't never did shit for himself. Everything Jesus ever did was for the world. Was for the K for kingdom. Was for God. That's why we got to be Christ-like. Do what Christ did. A, for anything you trying to, I don't know, manifest out here, it, like I say, it better be for God. It better be good enough that God can give it to you. It better be good enough that, like, your mom can appreciate it and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't gonna use that example. Let me just keep it going. Wrapping this up. Future, final row, masculine, and your karma going to the future. You got the 8 of Cups. Pay the bill card. It's a 2-part card. First part of this card is integrity. Divine integrity. This is the most divine card in the Ace of 10 cycles. You know what I mean? Ace of 10 is karmic cycles. When it comes to you dealing with your karmic cycles as far as your emotions is concerned, it'll pay to be on your pay the bill shit. Because what's the step after the 8 of Cups? The 9 of Cups. What's the 9 of Cups? Dreams come true. Wishes granted. Miracles happening. You know? That's how you make a dream come true. That's how you make a miracle happen. Like you're praying to God for something and God comes through. Why does God come through? It's this card right here. This is very crucial. Keeping your integrity up. You got to be a man of your word. You go to God and tell God you're going to do something, do it. Be a man of your word to God. By you keeping your word to God, it'll help you keep your word to your family and other people too. But a relationship with God is a personal relationship. You know what I mean? So only God really knows what your true heart's desires is. And it'll be his desire to grant you that as long as it's in accordance to his will. I know I sound like a preacher and shit, but nigga, this is shit you need to know. Other side of this card, Patty Bill card, is the Patty Pie side of it. So as far as integrity, you want your integrity to be like Patty LaBelle's integrity since she came in the game. Patty LaBelle been in the game since like the 70s, nigga. From the 70s till now, we ain't never heard no foul shit about Patty. We ain't never heard no Jill Scott shit, no Erykah Badu shit, no, you know what I mean? You know, Sade shit, no Anita Baker shit. We ain't never heard no Whitney Houston shit, Rihanna shit, Beyonce shit happening with Miss Patty. And then aside from all her integrity, her being on her business, being the queen that she is, a good example for y'all queens to be like, you got the enterprise. Patty LaBelle enterprising. She ain't a slave to no label. I'm telling you, I seen a pic of Anita Baker and it was just like, damn, Anita, shit. Hey, homie, you need some help? Like, hey, she looked like she could use some Patty LaBelle advice right now or Patty LaBelle business partnership or something, yo. You out here looking like she pressed, man. You know what I mean? She ain't really out here glowing like every time I catch her, she look like my grandma coming out of Snooks or Cubs or something, nigga. It ain't funny. I'm not knocking her. You know what I'm saying? I'm just drawing a clear picture. Be like Patti LaBelle. Cause by doing Patti LaBelle shit, you know what I mean? That's why Patti LaBelle ain't out here looking like Anita Baker, my nigga. Look at a picture of Anita Baker, look at a picture of Patti LaBelle, and understand why Patti LaBelle is looking good in that picture that you're looking at. That's all I want to say. Final card is message, masculine, your direct energy going to the future. Take care of yourself. It ain't just keeping your integrity up. It ain't just enterprising. Ace of Cups. You know what I'm saying? This is self-love, self-care, self-admiration, self-identification, self-realization, self-awareness, self-rejuvenation, self-care. By taking care of yourself, you can take care of other people. By loving yourself, you can love other people. By understanding yourself, you can understand other people. You know, but it ain't just like I said, the Two of Cups part, understanding other people or loving other people or understanding other people. Three of Cups, you're going to have to understand other people and their families, understand other people and their decisions, respect other people and their position in life, like understand other people and the people that they got around them. Like whoever you in tune with, it ain't like you two are the last motherfuckers on earth. It's you know what I'm saying, 7 billion people in the world? So, of course you're going to have to share. Not your wife. We ain't talking about sharing your wife's poontang, nigga. We talking about just sharing your wife with her bestie. She been with you all goddamn winter. It's spring and your girl bestie want to do like a girls trip. You know what I mean? You kind of in your feelings. You kind of need your girl right now. But your girls need your girl. Like your girls need her too. Your girl mom need her too. Your girl dad need her too. People need who you need too. You're just going to have to, like I say, learn how to deal with people and their people. And the way you learn how to deal with people and their people is by learning who you and your peoples are first. So that's the message that I got. I hope I can be of good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned. Got Divine Feminist Karmic Situation coming up next. Deuces.